why can't a state that right now where education is, I think, a huge topic of conversation and concern, at a time when it seems pretty dark and we need to shed some light on behalf of our teachers and our children, why can't we start the conversation here? And what does that mean? It means that we recognize teachers for the service that they provide. It means that they have voice in terms of decisions made at the district, the state, that impact them. Evaluations, professional growth system, career lattices, professional development. And it means that as a community, we can't just keep on pointing a finger and piling on what we expect of our teachers and not giving them the tools to do their job. You mentioned paralegals. We had positions called teacher assistants. We cut $120 million of those positions. Same time our teachers didn't get a pay raise. We raised the stakes of third grade testing and didn't give any materials of instruction resources. And yet we're going to be looking at what teachers didn't achieve third grade reading proficiency. So those are things that don't speak to making teaching and learning the iconic profession. I come back to what Stephen said. Stephen, hang in there. Do you want a job where you can change lives? Do you want a job that when you do it well, you can actually save lives? Okay. Do you want a job where you have to work 3 part-time jobs to make a living?
Senator Tartt, you referred in your opening statement the shortfalls and challenges of Medicare, Medicaid. If the General Assembly would have looked at that further and understood by not opting into the affordable health care that we would have these shortfalls, maybe in the short session to look at it again, reconsider, and we would be able to opt in, have health care for everyone who needs it, as well as be able to pay our teachers. Would you consider that?
Way to access the federal dollars without burdening the state. We get into numbers and I apologize, but this is something we've looked at. I met with Janet Kalp, who's the treasurer of the state, a Democrat, so no bias. This is a person who's looking at the numbers. Under the Affordable Care Act, there's some great things the first 3 years were completely covered. From 2017 forward, the state has a 10% obligation. From that point forward, that 10% based on revenues, past revenues, even before we had any of the changes in the tax code, the state's revenue stream would fund about 30% of that 10%. So over about a 10-year window, we put 70% of an ongoing debt burden. It financially burdens the state past its ability. Now that's because of the state match. So there are ways to address it. Again, there's real issues around that. Medicaid, I want to be careful hanging saying, well, Medicaid's costing us teachers. Well, it could be roads and bridges costing us teachers. It could be farm support. It could be film tax incentive. There's a lot of things that go into that equation. It's not just Medicaid. But Medicaid's a program we have to fund.
Fully understood, but that was your opening statement in reference to this floor. Right. So I addressed it that way.
And it's a good quote, a good comment, because that $445 million shortfall, majority of that, some is for the revenue, because the gap, as Rob pointed out, is a component of it, and the other is the increased requirement on additional Medicaid payments that are coming due. So those are 2 big issues we have to figure out.